15-060, an ordinance amending the zoning district map as to the tract of ground generally located at Blue Ridge Boulevard, East 18th Street South to East 20th Street South, from District R12 two-family residential to District I1 industrial in the independent Jackson County, Missouri.
Again, I want to reiterate, we've received a tremendous amount of contact from the public regarding this proposed rezoning on Blue Ridge Boulevard. We appreciate it. We see a show of support against this rezoning here this evening. It did receive a valid legal protest, and we have been in the process the last several weeks of gathering information and speaking with individuals and as well as the developer to reach for each of us to reach our decision this evening. I would like to say we received today a letter from the Independent School District to myself and the City Council expressing their support for the rezoning of this parcel in question. As many people might know, the school district at one time did look at this property itself for development, but they have sent a letter of support as well. I have also received a letter from Jim Turner, who's the conservation chair for the Thomas Hart Benton group of the Missouri chapter of the Sierra Club, who had expressed really inconclusive decision on this particular property. They became aware of it rather late in the process. They did request that the council consider possibly postponing the vote, but had no real solid opinion on this particular piece of property at this time. I will certainly include these in the public record for anybody who wishes to view these. Again, we've received a number of letters, telephone calls, emails. I personally met with the developer and some of the neighbors and conservation groups who have expressed interest in this property, and taking all of that into consideration leading up to this evening. So with that, I will open it up for comments or questions from the council.
Mayor Ware.
Councilmember Gregg.
What I get from missing a meeting, I have two cases on the agenda this evening that are of great interest, and this one, similarly to the last one, deals with a piece of property that has been vacant, or undeveloped, I should say, for its lifetime. And again, there's been a lot of misinformation that's come out regarding the property, and particularly regarding the developer's proposed uses for it. Terms like landfill would lead one to believe that we're going to be dumping trash from your houses in this property, and that's simply not the case. Rather, fill includes things that don't include waste. Those are construction materials, concrete, and so forth, and dirt, and so on. So there's a difference. This property we looked at for several different developments over the years. It's a very challenging site. It doesn't have sewers on it. It doesn't have utilities that support housing. And certainly, creating housing in this area would produce an extreme challenge for our school district, again, in educating a number of children. In looking at then how does this affect the neighborhood, I'm driving by the site and noticed that for all practical purposes, it's become blighted from folks illegally dumping things on the property and burdening the present landowner with the cost and the hassle of constantly cleaning that up or having it cleaned up or attending to the matter. I think when we look at what might be the highest and best use for this property, it's difficult for me to argue that it should just remain vacant in perpetuity. I think that the landowner has the right to pursue a development that is reasonable and does not negatively impact the area beyond what the other adjacent and surrounding properties impact the area. And I think that the proposed development is one that is in keeping or fitting with the area and would be the best use for the property. An opportunity to get it cleaned up as a development would certainly then be present and tend to the site, and it would not be one vacant and available for those who simply want to dump the next couch on it or bag of trash. Again, it doesn't impact the school district in a negative way by adding students. It supports the businesses in the area by adding another business to it. Also employment and workers who would be present in the area. And it increases the tax base with the city that has under the taxing jurisdictions. I understand the concerns of the neighbors who have been used to looking at a vacant piece of property, but when we locate next to one, a piece of property that's vacant, or we inherit property, we simply live in the space, we shouldn't expect that it will always be so when it is a part of the city. We don't live in the countryside, and we should expect that our property that's surrounded the developed areas will at some time come up for the possibility of development. I think this is the best use of something presented to this date. Others have been a detention center and housing and so forth. This to me is the best use for that property, and I encourage the council to support it and to look past a lot of the misinformation that's been presented and the outright attempts to cast a negative light on the property based on that misinformation.
Councilman, yeah.
Thank you. Reasonable people. I, on the other hand, am against this. I have gotten several conflicting reports on this. One that the sale was based on rezoning, and one that said that no, it wasn't based on the rezoning, that if it wasn't rezoned, that it would be sold anyway. Fabricated, as Councilman has run into. We, on account of inclement weather, were forced to put these on back-to-back agendas. It gives the perception that we're ramming it through. I know we're not. I know we've done our due diligence, but we need to maintain the public trust in these proceedings. There's got to be some time for an environmental study. And my information gives me that the Thomas Hart Benton chapter of the Sierra Club, as well as the Hartman Conservation Alliance, need a short period of time to explore alternative measures to preserve the natural habitat of this property. The neighbor who has a sign saying, "Dump here for this amount of money," which is in conflict to the agreement with him. Now you can put tires there that I assume are going to be put someplace else. The person, and I have the contract or the readout here of how many times we went by to study that adjacent property, and each time the inspector went by the sign, which is in violation of that contract. I'm not saying that the Houston project, it doesn't have merit. I'm saying I offer the following motion. I move that the bill 15060 be delayed for 30 days.
There's a motion on the floor. Motion fails for lack of a second.
Mayor,
Councilman Gregg.
I guess I'm a little bit confused with some of those remarks. I just asked the council to make sure we're talking about one piece of property. We can't judge the proposed development for this one based on the actions of an adjacent property. And I want to make clear for the public that the tires that were mentioned for dumping are not, we're talking about an entirely different piece of property. We're dealing with a rezoning on Blue Ridge tonight, and I really get frustrated when an elected official misleads the public by dragging in an adjacent property and tries to associate one with the other. That developer doesn't deserve that kind of association. He doesn't deserve to be maligned in the public's eye by being associated with some other piece of property. If there's a problem on the other, then Mr. Manager, I encourage our staff to make sure we adequately address the other property that is not in question tonight. Thank you.
Mayor,
Councilman Camp.
I'm sorry if I don't come up to your standards, but I'm being chastised by fellow members that sort of shortens my drive. I do what I think is right. Thank you. The other part of this is the same song, second verse. This is the same mistake, in my opinion. in my due diligence. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
Madam Mayor,
Councilmember DeLucy?
I have also looked at the volume of correspondence, and it's a volume. It's unbelievable how many people have written and corresponded with us. I attended the neighborhood meeting, I went to the planning commission meeting. I have talked with people, and I have gone to the site, I think 3 times, maybe 4, I think 3. And one of the very difficult jobs we've got is to remember that everybody has a right to their property, including the property owner. You have identical rights to your property and to enjoy your property, however you define that. And our job up here is to find out, is it the highest and best use of this piece of property? And I now agree with Councilmember Pratt. I believe this is the highest and best use for this piece of property. It is very close to highway access. I've looked at many, many different things. I believe it's the best use for the property and I will support the application.
Any other discussion on this bill? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmembers Whiting,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Doherty,
Yes.
DeLucy,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Van Camp,
No.
Mayor Weir.
Yes, ordinance passes.
Bill number 15-061, an ordinance authorizing